Hi, my name is Jennifer, and I'm a dietitian and health coach for HealthTeam Advantage. Today, for our cooking demonstration, we will be making something super enjoyable, super flexible, and can be used very nicely as a side dish on Father's Day, along with a great barbecue. And it goes great with leftovers as well in the upcoming days. We're going to be making a black bean and corn salad. Now, it looks like a lot, but it really isn't. So super simple. So what we're going to start with, and I went ahead and prepped all the items ahead of time, but what you're going to do first is you're going to rinse a can, 1 15-ounce can of black beans. And I got the no salt added black beans. And then I rinse them off and get all that gooiness off of it. So I have nice just can here that I strained out and put aside. Okay. Then we're going to put 1 cup of thawed corn. So I bought the frozen corn, and this is 1 cup thawed. So I'm just going to dump that in the bowl here. So I've got the corn and I've got the beans so far. Next, I have 1 avocado. I just cut that in half, took the pit out, and diced that up. So 1 diced avocado. Just very gently place that in there as well. Then cherry tomatoes. It is a 1/2 cup of quartered cherry tomatoes. So I took the tomatoes, the small tomatoes, rinsed them off, and cut them in forks. You can cut them in half, and it'll save you a little bit of time. Not a big deal. Whatever you prefer. So that is 1/2 cup of those chopped tomatoes. And as you can see, I put them all in bowls ahead of time. Not a big deal. You can chop, cut, and put them in the bowl as you go along. Okay, so the next item we're going to put in there is a 1/4 cup. Well, it's probably a little bit more than a 1/4 cup, but it is about a 1/4 of a medium red onion. Okay, so I had my red onion and I took about a 1/4 of that, chopped that up. And listen, if you don't like a lot of onion or you like a little bit more, the nice thing about this plant-based salad is you can add a little more or a little bit less based on your own preference. Then I have 1 jalapeno. I cut that in half and I removed the seeds. Now, jalapeno is spicy, so be careful. If you don't know your tolerance level to something like that, then be mindful and only add a little bit at a time so that you can get a feel for what works best for you and your family and friends. So I did an entire jalapeno, and again, I did remove the seeds, but I went ahead and diced up 1 jalapeno. And these are all just going nicely in the bowl. And that's what I love. Just keep it nice and simple. Mix it all in. To add some really awesome freshness, it calls for fresh cilantro. Herbs in anything are going to give it a really nice punch and a wonderful flavor. So this is about a 1/4 cup of chopped cilantro. Throw that in there. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just gently mix all of these ingredients. And then we will work on the dressing that we will be pouring over. So you can see all those really nice colors. What's great about this dish is you've got vegetables, because you've got your corn, you've got your tomatoes, you're getting a lot of vitamins and minerals from that, but you're getting healthy fats from the avocado. You're getting protein from the beans as well as fiber, and same with fiber from the corn. So you can't go wrong with something like this. Okay, I have mixed all that up nicely. Now, I went ahead for the dressing mix. We use extra virgin olive oil, lime juice, a little bit of honey, some ground cumin, some salt and pepper, as well as some garlic. So I went ahead prior to and diced up 1 clove of garlic. So just took that off, peeled it, chopped up 1 clove. Okay, so that's what I have here. So I went ahead and put in 2 tablespoons of the extra virgin olive oil, a 1/2 teaspoon of cumin, 1.5 teaspoons of honey, and about 2 tablespoons of lime juice. So lime juice I love. So if you do not love lime, then you might want to start with, it's the juice of 1 lemon. So you may want to start with 1 tablespoon and then taste once you have that all blended, and then go up to 2 tablespoons if you feel like it needs a little bit more of that acidity. Okay, so again, I've got the oil, the lime juice, the honey, the cilantro. I did a dash of pepper in here and a dash of salt, which you can adjust at the end to taste. Put the garlic in there. And I'm just gonna whisk that up. Now, this is not the bowl that I'm gonna be presenting it in. I just have this bowl just to make it messy and mix it all up. Okay, I just used a small whisk to blend all of that. Smells really good and refreshing. So now I'm just gonna take that blended dressing mixture, pour it in large. Gently fold all that in. We don't want to mash up our avocado. We really just want to nicely blend this. Okay, I am going to let this chill for a little bit. And to finish it off, we're going to garnish it with some fresh cilantro, some fresh lime, and cojita cheese is the other ingredient. And in terms of the cojita cheese, we are looking for about 1/4 cup of the crumbled cheese. And that's what I have here. If you can, this is with, at my grocery store in the deli department, the fresh salsas, the fresh guacamole that they make. You can also use queso fresco cheese, or if you can't find either of those things, then a feta cheese, a plain feta cheese, works nice to give it that pungent flavor and that tiny bit of saltiness. So it blends really nicely with this, and we'll finish it up after that. All right, I have chilled the corn and bean salad, and I do recommend chilling it. You can eat it right after you make it. I just tasted it and I feel like chilled is a little bit nicer and a little bit more refreshing, and it allows the flavors time to blend. So here is the finished product. All I did was scoop it into a nice glass bowl so you can see all the beautiful colors. And if you take this to a family party, it looks great and very pretty. garnished it with a few cilantro sprigs and a couple slices of lime, and I sprinkled that cojita cheese all over the top. Again, that just gives it a little bit of saltiness, and then you can flavor it with additional salt or pepper as you prefer. So here you go. This is a great side dish that you can take for any occasion. Thank you for joining me.